with certain awards. We have the Luganski Award for E6 and below. The Yates Popwell Award we have for those in the ranks of E7 and above. And then we have the Westbrook Award. That is reserved for our reserve and guard members who are part of the paralegal force. The Yates Popwell Award was named after the first female command paralegal, the TJ, Chief Yates Popwell. And Sluganski was our first command chief in the paralegal corps. He helped to establish everything that you see here today. The paralegal apprentice course is a 7-week course. However, this fiscal year, we have offered 6 classes. We have the maximum capability of housing 32 students. However, we've only had 20 students per class. Of the 31 academic days, we teach civil law, adverse action, post-trial, pre-trial, torts, and P claims. This is a CCAF classroom, and the graduates will receive 12 credits towards their degree. We are currently rewriting our course to reflect the JAG Core 21 initiatives as well as the UTMW. We also involve the students in base activities, ALS retreats, visiting the Enlisted Heritage Hall. Our goal here, we strive to produce paralegals who are the best, as we see here with our awards. Our goal then is to make sure they have the foundational paralegal knowledge and the motivation to excel in all they do.
We talked about everything that's required for this typing assignment, and this is, remember, just to make you better at typing. This is practice for you. So everybody should be turned to page 55 in their orientation guide. Okay, when you're typing this, I want you to make sure that you're bolding anything that's bolded in there. And if there are 2 spaces between a paragraph, make sure that you are also putting 2 spaces on your document, and everything should be flush to the left-hand margin. Okay, are there any questions? All right, you may go ahead and begin. The non-prior service students typically arrive at Maxwell Airport, and we ensure that we're there to pick them up upon their arrival. A typical class will have between 5 and 7 students attending. This year, or in fiscal year 09, we anticipate 31 students attending the paralegal apprentice course. Once we pick the airmen up from the airport, we will bring them to Maxwell Air Force Base and house them in their dormitory rooms where they'll be for the remaining 6 weeks of the course. Within the first couple of days, we were going to go over some information with them such as marching, their room inspection requirements, as well as requirements for their open ranks inspections, which they'll have to perform while they're here. There are also phase requirements because these non-prior service students are in the phase program when they first arrive, or through the duration that they're here. Within 3 days of them actually starting the paralegal apprentice course, they are going to be here at the JAG school with an instructor who is going to sit down and teach them some things that you and I take for granted, such as becoming familiar with the government computer and Air Force acronyms and legal acronyms. A lot of things that a lot of terminology we use in the legal career field that they're not familiar with. Then once the paralegal apprentice course starts, it's usually within the first week that they'll receive assignments to their new bases. And this is an exciting time for the students, and they're anxious to get in touch with the new bases. So we'd like to ask that if you know a non-prior service student who'll be coming to your base, please get in touch with them while they're here and stay in touch with them and make a lot of contact with them because it's helping making their transition a lot easier.
That's no problem. Okay. We need to ensure that the agency has determined it is in its best interest, in the organization's best interest to attend the event, however. Welcome to the Paralegal Craftsman course. I'm Tech Sergeant Matthew Shively. The Paralegal Craftsman course grants our paralegals 12 credit hours towards their CCAF degree. It's 27 academic days, and we can have up to 50 plus students in our classes. The class attended is 3 times a year, and something new that we're doing here, we coincide everything with the JSOC classes. That way we can integrate our JAGs and paralegals together for better paralegal utilization. We also deploy 2 days and 1 night Operation Blue Thunder, where our members, our Paralegal Craftsman course students, are in the field. We now teach an auditorium style instead of flight style teaching. And everything is brought to us via laptops, to where they get all the information brought to them. While they're at their room studying, they have all the materials they need to complete this course and have everything they need. And we do all this to make our paralegals the best trained and most dedicated paralegals for the United States Air Force.
So hates their co-accused, but they're willing to do it. I've personally not seen it, but I do know that they think that the other person's ratted them out, and they're pretty darn mad by the time they get to court. All right. My name is Major Tara Olivar, and I'm here with the Judge Advocate Staff Officer class of 09A. JSOC 09A is a 10-week course. Sometimes this course is a 9-week class. But essentially, during that 9 to 10-week period, we go over a number of different topics. We teach them about military justice. We talk to them about civil law and operationals law. We also have them practice courts martial. We have them practice briefing commanders and writing legal reviews. We try to make it as practical as we possibly can. Now, this particular class is made up of many prior service folks. Can we have everybody here who's served in the military prior to becoming a JAG, could you raise your hand? About half the class is prior service. We have a lot of personnelists, finance, maintenance, some ops folks. Thank you very much. So in a nutshell, welcome to JSOC 09A.
Gotcha. I know what you're thinking. Most of you, just like Chief Cratch, are thinking the guy's never in his office. Welcome. Let me show you around the paralegal division. Our first stop will begin with our CDC rider. Now, this is one of the most challenging positions that we actually have. This person has to be very professional, very patient, calm, and very attentive to detail. Fortunately, we have the right person in that position, and that's Master Sergeant Judy Goodall.
Hi. I am currently rewriting the entire volume, all volumes, all 5. We have 5 now. We have volume 1, which is the Judge Advocate General School, or not the school, Corps. The new volume, which is called Paralegal Foundational Skills. We have General Law is now volume 3. Volume 4 is now Military Justice, and volume 5 is Claims. I currently am in the middle of volume 3. I plan to have the entire thing done about mid-January, which gives Affiattle their 120 days. We're looking at approximately June for a field date for the whole set for everybody.
All right, now let me show you around the rest of the division. We'll begin with our 3 levels. The Paralegal Apprentice course. All the instructors for Paralegal Apprentice course are down this one corridor under the one instructor supervisor. Each paralegal has their own office, their own cubicle, and presently almost all of them have windows, which is a very hot commodity. Now we'll begin over here with the 7th level, the Paralegal Craftsman course. Almost all the instructors are down one hallway, with the exception of 2, and we'll talk about those later. But they're all under one instructor supervisor and centrally located. And now we have the Paralegal Annex.
All right, the Cinderella story. Cinderella boy, here to Augusta. Simple superintendent, now about to be the Augusta champion. Oh, he got it. He got all of that one. Oh, he's got about 150 yards. He's going to use a 9-iron. Oh, he got all of that one. Oh, yeah, he got all of it. Here he goes. Real close. Oh, it's in the hole! It's in the hole!
I'm alright, nobody supposed to start with these operation programs first. This major bottling shit. Let's do something a little more fun. How about combat training?
I'm going to learn legal research.
Mikey, I think he likes it. How about some more?
Oh yeah.
How was he? 10 hours straight. He's a machine.
I know revocable trusts.
Show me.
In our operations law lesson class, what does LOAC stand for? Anyone? Anyone? Law of armed. Anyone? Armed conflict. Anyone? LOAC, law of armed conflict. And what is the basis of LOAC? Anyone? Anyone? Geneva? Anyone? Conventions? Geneva Conventions? Who does this apply to? Anyone? If you are a combatant, who are the signatories to the Geneva? Anyone? Conventions? The country you reside in right now? Anyone? United? Anyone? States? Geneva Conventions? Anyone?
I'm Forrest Gump.
Nobody gives a husky shit who you are, pussball! You're not even a low-life scum-sucking maggot! Get your faggoty ass on the bus, you're in the army now! Seat's taken.
Take. At first, it seemed like I made a mistake. I didn't know who I might meet or what they might ask.
You could be an apprentice course instructor, you could be a craftsman course instructor, heck, you could be any instructor you want. You want to be an instructor?
Okay.
So, Dad, what road's the JAG school gonna take now?
Road? Where we're going, we don't need road.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Drinking was forbidden in my Christian country home. I learned to play the flat top on them good old gospel songs. Then I heard about the barrooms just across the Georgia line, where a boy could make a living playing guitar late at nights. Had to learn about the ladies, too young to understand why the young girls fall in love with the boys in the band. When the boys turn to music, the girls just turn away to some other guitar picker in some other late night place. Yeah, held on to my music, let the ladies walk away. Took my songs and dreams to Nashville, then I moved on to L.A. Up to New York City, all across the USA. I've lost so much of me, but there's enough of me to say that my home's in Alabama. No matter where I lay my head, my home's in Alabama. Southern born and southern bred. What keeps me going? I don't really know. Can't be the money, Lord knows I'm always broke. Could it be the satisfaction of being understood, when the people really love you and let you know when it's good? Oh, I'll speak my southern English as natural as I please. I'm in the heart of Dixie, Dixie's in the heart of me. And someday when I make it, when luck finds a way, somewhere high on Lookout Mountain, I'll just smile